1. Cheers.
How many pictures are on Yelp? You pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, so that's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at. 45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married. Now you know, first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean that's a whole nother
You think so? Welcome to the Men Don't Know Podcast. I'm the man of many friends, your host and creator, Chris Boone. And here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys. We ask a bunch of women questions over wine and cocktails. Now, whether you're listening to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube, Audible, you downloaded that Men Don't Know Podcast app, I cannot thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always. Hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at MenDon'tKnow.com, or hop on the MenDon'tKnow.com website and shoot me a message. Coy, my guy, how are you living?
What's going on?
Man, back at it like we never left, but I feel like we need to get back to our horoscope thing. You know why? Because it still is February. It's a new year. And I feel like we need to bring in our Earthy Queen, Kelly, to kind of explain some of the things that have been going on and what we should look out for, what we should prepare ourselves for, and all these other things. Okay. So let me ask you this, Coy, before we call her. If a woman said she's feeling weird, her moon is in like and she starts going through astrology and where her moon is at and everything. Are you listening to understand, or are you just like, I'm just glad to be in the room?
If she starts like bringing up all that horoscope stuff, then I don't know if I'm listening to understand, but yeah. I'll listen.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
Like if they believe in that,
yeah, then
we'll go from there.
Okay, I like that. Now let me ask you this: Would you ask questions if you're like, wow, that's interesting? Now I have a question about my side. You know?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Just to create the conversation.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, well let's get her on the phone. Let's bring her. Where is she at? We have not talked in a minute. Here we go. Bring that volume up. We're good. There we go. Perfect.
Hello.
Hey, Kelly, how we living?
Oh, pretty good. How about you?
Amazing. I'm here with Coy. Coy, say what's up to Kelly.
Kelly, what's going on?
Hey, long time.
I know.
I missed you guys.
I know. How's everything? What's new in your life?
Well, I just got into a new career.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Love it. How's the whole, new career? How's the dating life?
Yeah, lots of ups and downs, but
okay.
Everything makes you stronger, right?
I like it. Absolutely.
The new career is going well. I'm a mortgage banker now. Yeah. So, and dating, it's been a little rough these past few months. But there's beauty in everything, too.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this. Because I've always wondered, with states that get a lot of snow and that actually have the cold seasons, because here in Cali, we don't have really the cold season. But I feel like you guys have the winter, the snow, the heavy snow and whatnot. Do you guys still date in the snow? I know it sounds crazy.
Do we still date in the snow?
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, right.
It's like zero incentive for these girls to go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it slows down a bit, like that, overall drive. I definitely think people kind of go indoors. Yeah. It's cold. Things get in the way with the snow and just wanting to sleep and be cozy. Yeah.
100%. Now, do you think relationships last longer than they should because of those periods where you guys do get a lot of snow? Let me explain myself. Say we're together and we break up and you try to kick me out in November, December where it's snowing. I am not leaving. I am hibernating. We are just gonna have to figure this out. I am not leaving until April when the snow melts. Okay, it is too cold to be moving.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think there could be some compromises made for the weather.
They ask you to start a fire before you leave.
Right. Start a fire and just burn your shit. Keep me warm.
Just burn it all down. Burn it all down.
Okay, so let me ask you. Okay, so we are in February. Well, we're in the late February. So what sign is this right now?
Okay, so we're in Aquarius season.
Okay. So now I'm curious now. So tell me about Aquarius people.
So Aquarians they're an air sign, so grouped in with the Geminis of the zodiac as well, and the Libras. But they're really interesting people because they really are just outside the box. That's their whole thing. They can tie a knot 40 ways and you can only think of 4.
Okay.
They have really, really out there style.
Okay.
They're known as the water bearer, and a lot of them think they're a water sign, but they're not. Okay. They're just like the information receiver. So they kind of just filter out information and kind of see the world differently. Okay. They can be pretty humanitarian, like people, very worldly, just very unique individuals for sure.
Now, who do they? Where is their compatibility at?
Yeah, so I mean, definitely going to be very compatible with, I think, the fire signs and also the other air signs. Fire signs are also very kind of eclectic and outside of the box, and anything could kind of go, and that's kind of how Aquarians are as well. Just anything can go. They're going to be the ones that match 2 different types of prints together and still pull it off, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Now let me ask you. See, I feel like every time we get on a phone call, I have like 9,000 questions. Because now my question to you is like, what's a fire sign? Like name some fire signs for me.
So that's like your Leos and your Aries and your Sagittarius.
Okay, and then water signs.
Cancer and oh god, I can't even think right now.
I'm sorry.
Cancer and Pisces and Oh, sorry, it's been a really long day at work.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
And then we have air then, right?
Right, which I said Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm an air sign. Okay, I like that. All right. Okay, it's good to know.
Yeah, you're a Libra.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we've been through this.
Yeah, I know. I was like, okay, I'm air. Okay, so, we've had like I guess and some people have saying we've had bigger showings of the moon. I guess is that what it is? Like lately, like I figure.
There was like back to back super moons.
Yeah, super. Yeah. And
super.
I wanted to call you on that to figure out. Okay, so what does that mean? I know it's past.
So it means that the moon is actually closer to the Earth, so it appears bigger because it's closer. And it also just means because it does have that gravitational pull that it's pulling a little bit harder being closer. And, funny enough, I don't think you realize this, but tomorrow is a full moon.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Got it.
Now, let me ask you this. What should I be keeping an eye for on I guess days that have full moons?
Well, it's not just the day itself, it's a couple days before and after, leading up and right after, but keeping out for what, like in the female species?
Yeah,
or like
100%.
What are we talking
yeah,
about?
The women's species. Yeah, tell me. Let me know.
Yeah.
And it's funny that we should mention this because I had a homegirl hit me up and she went totally left, and it kind of blew up and not even blew up, but she just had it was like one day was good and then today was absolutely horrible.
Like today. Today that we're talking. She gave me 8 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, it was like a real long day at work. I feel kind of exhausted. It's definitely, today's a little strange, the day leading up to the full moon. And that's pretty normal. And, women definitely can be affected by the moon a little bit more than the guys can. But everyone is still affected, whether we pay attention to it or not.
Yeah.
I would just say like a lot of big emotions come out around full moons because it's about releasing. So it's kind of like, think of like before a full moon as a pot of water on the stove.
Okay.
And then like leading up to the full moon, it just boils, and then you take it off the heat, and then it just like simmers and gets less and less and less hot. So,
Got it. Yeah, you know what? Because she was just, I will tell you, it's been a day for her. Like a day, like where I'm just like, where is all this coming from? Like, and it was just, it went like totally like, it came out of left field. And I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, well, that's why it's kind of important for us to pay attention to astrology and not just the moon, but all of it, because it really does have there's all of these different transits, and you can think of it as weather. Like there's rain and snow, and there's summer and winter, and there's also these sorts of transits astrologically, but they affect our consciousness.
Really?
So emotionally, the moon affects your emotions, right? That's what it rules. It's our emotions. That's why it changes it changes 28 times a month. That is, it's lunar cycle. It goes through every single zodiac sign within a month. It changes into each zodiac sign every 2 to 3 days. So it's leading up into Leo now, and then it'll go into Virgo, and then it'll go and to Libra, and so on and so forth. So it changes its theme a lot quicker than any other planet. So emotionally, you're always, changing throughout the month, and you're having these different urges.
Yeah.
So
now I guess my question is, I hate to say all, but is a majority of women going to be emotional right now and tomorrow?
I'm
trying to help the guys out right now because, it just it just.
Yeah,
it just
I think all people really are. Everyone has different, variances of how they express their emotions. Right. Not all women are emotional, but
right. Like I said, not all. Some.
Yeah, it also just transits differently through each person, and what it's hitting in your own birth chart, because it's way more complex than, we can take it real vaguely, and we can take it every kind of way. Right. But every person's going to be affected, emotionally, but emotionally in different ways. So your friend, like whatever her chart is, it might just really be triggering something, to be released. It's really big. So.
That's very interesting. You put that, because now, now I'm literally wanting to ask, hey, are you emotional today? I guess, it's really informational for you to say that, because maybe guys will kind of look at the charts like, oh, there's going to be a full moon tomorrow. Let me kind of pull back the reins and just be welcoming for her, because the day may be feeling longer for her. I guess that'd be the best way to put it.
Yeah, you could definitely try to be a little bit more empathetic to women around the full moon, definitely, because it's a lunar cycle. It also affects our bodies differently. So absolutely, that would be a great dating tip for men.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so let me ask you this: how does it affect you leading into a full moon? Since I feel like you know yourself best.
Yeah, so I'm very, very sensitive to the moon because I'm a Cancer, and that's my ruling planet, and I have 4 different aspects of Cancer in my chart that affect me very, 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 very big. And so for me, my body is very sensitive to it. I'll get a little anxious sometimes. And just feel, very emotional. Things might, get brought up into my mind to have to ponder about or release. I get a little bit restless at night sometimes too.
I'm sorry. I'm
but
sorry.
nothing bad.
Can we define that? Sorry about that. Yeah. Can we define reckless? Sorry. Just trying.
Oh, restless. No, just I think
restless. Okay.
Yeah, like the moon kind of keeps me up at night, and like I'm like, oh, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting. So when it's a full moon, because all the light is being illuminated on it, a lot of people might find that they're having trouble sleeping, especially when it's gonna be in Leo tomorrow, so it's a fire sign, so it's gonna have like a lot of energy.
Okay.
And when it's a new moon, which is when there's no light on the moon, and that happens every month too.
Okay.
I have found that people aren't even aware of it until I bring it into light. That it makes you so incredibly sleepy around the time of a new moon. You'll find yourself just drained, like super sleepy, wanting to take a nap, just absolutely no energy. And it's pretty interesting because it's all tied to the moon.
Yeah, no, 100%. Okay. See, Coy, I told you, like, this is, see.
Valuable information.
No, 100%. Okay, so we're going into, tomorrow starts Leo season?
Well, no. It's Aquarius season still. It's Aquarius season, and that'll lead into Pisces season.
Okay, tell me about Pisces. Tell me about Pisces.
Well, Pisces are a water sign, like I am. So they're very emotional.
Okay.
Very, very psychic, spiritual. A little indecisive, but that's just because, they kind of, are very vulnerable. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of guys are going to listen to figure out the signs you are talking about these coming months to be like, what sign are you again? And then listen's like, okay, Kelly told me to say that. Okay. I'm trying to tell you, you think I'm playing. Okay.
Yeah, guys, just, compliment your Aquarius girl on her style. Okay. Be a little bit nicer to your Pisces girlies. I can rattle it off for all 12 of them, I'm sure.
Okay. Wait, okay. Be nice to Pisces.
Yes, be very nice to the Pisces.
Because they're very sensitive.
They're very sensitive, sensitive and vulnerable.
Okay. Good to know. Okay. Now, I guess, let me ask you this. Does the full moon affect every sign differently? Or is it everybody's going to be kind of in that phase of long day, restless, like?
Well, I mean, those are just some of like the physical things that the moon does, but consciously, it being in Leo, everyone will have a theme of being very heartfelt. It might feel a little romantic. You're going to feel like passionate about yourself because Leo is a fire sign and very focused on self. So it's really about your identity, really reminding yourself what makes you special, what you outwardly want to share with the world. That's kind of the vibe right now.
Got it. Okay, so my friend texts me back. She is, her birthday is April 2nd.
Okay, so she's an Aries, and so yeah, this is a full moon in a fire sign like her. She's a fire sign, so I imagine that makes sense because it's really kind of unlocking that fiery passion, and if she wasn't ready for it to process it and transmute it, it's just kind of wreaking havoc in her a little bit.
Okay. I'm not even gonna lie to you because I text her right now and I was like, hey, by the way, what random question, what's your birthday? And she said, what a fucking day. I was like, damn. And then she was like April 2nd. Like I was like, okay. I was like, thank you. Like I didn't want to talk to her right now because I could see it's very. It's a lot for her today. I could tell, because she's always so positive, and like today is like it sounds like somebody dropped a bomb on her lap, and like she is just, it's a day. It really is a day for her, and maybe because of like you said the full moon and her being in where is she Aries?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is she? Do you know what she does for a living?
Yeah, I don't want to say it on air, but mind you, it's funny because I hate putting my business out there, but we will for lackluster. She's very creative, and like we hung out and we were talking, and she's finally kind of unlocking her creativity side right now. And she's like, it's like a push and pull type of situation right now with her and being creative versus kind of staying in the field she's in. She's in the medical field. I can say that.
Okay, so before you even said that, I was going to, it's funny that you said that. I was going to say she has to be in the medical field because in the medical field, statistically, you can like look at this during full moons, babies come sooner. There's just more like, there's more drama surrounding a full moon, and the medical field always sees around a full moon a lot more of an upswing and people also acting out, their patients acting out erratically. So it's just drama everywhere.
Yeah.
And then it's also funny that you said that she's kind of unlocking her creative side because, like I said, the full moon being in Leo is all about creativity and unlocking who you are inside and what you want to show to the world. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, it's very hilarious that you put that because now I'm like, wow, okay, makes 100% sense. Like, I don't think enough people I don't think enough people get to talk to you. I really don't. I feel like you are like a wealth of information that is kind of locked up. I mean, I feel like couples would do justice by having a 30-minute consultation with you so they can kind of understand where each other is coming from in certain types of the year. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, or just how they might see things a little differently. In their own perspectives of things. Because of their charts. Yeah, for sure.
No, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to you because I feel like you hit the nail on the head with this one with my friend, and it was just very spot on. Like now, I got like, okay, let me ask you another question because I can say this: my sister's a Scorpio. How do Scorpios react right now?
Scorpios. Well, one of our really good friends, the one that put us onto each other, is also a Scorpio.
I know.
The water signs are very creative by nature, so I definitely think it's also a time that they're just kind of more so inwardly going through. They're checking back on maybe some past projects that they've always wanted to do, and kind of just being reminded of those things, kind of just being highlighted or, shall we say, illuminated by the moon. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Good to know. Because now after this, I have to call my sister and see like where she's at in her. That is hilarious because we did talk earlier today. Yeah, no, we talked earlier.
What a good brother you are.
I try to be. She's an amazing sister and best friend. So I can't. I'm definitely not taking all the credit. Okay. So now let me ask you this: when the moon is big and bright, but people say like, when people feel like, you know what, when someone says, I feel like my chakra is off, what does that mean?
Their chakra is off. Well, so it's just like how your energy flows through your body, and your different chakras control different aspects of that. Like your crown chakra is your consciousness, intuition. Your throat chakra is how you communicate. Your sacral chakra is your creativity or sexuality as well. Both are linked. But yeah, I guess if somebody's saying a certain chakra is closed. Oh yeah, I've heard that. Okay, I see it. So like, I've heard like, oh, your throat chakra is closed up, and that means that you're like afraid to speak up for yourself or something like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, let me ask you this.
Has a girl told you that?
No. A girl has told me her chakra is off and whatnot, but you know, I wasn't well versed, so I wasn't gonna deep dive into a situation that I had nowhere where the edge was gonna be for me to grab on, just in case I was in the deep end and didn't know how to swim. But I guess
you gotta put me on speed dial.
Yeah, 100%, trust me, 100%. Let me ask you this now, and this is a good question, I guess, for you. that may help others, do you think the opposites attract because you're so in tuned with the earth?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that you should find someone opposite because of the knowledge that you have that makes the conversation more, I guess, long and intellectual, maybe? I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, maybe, because then you can teach each other things.
Yeah. I think that, I guess that's what I'm always wondering. Do you think, because you know how dating apps and people, like it's all algorithm based and it's all like kind of like check boxy based where, a lot of times I feel like you never want someone like you. You want someone that can teach you something, I guess that's what I'm thinking. Do you think people need to let go of the algorithm-based dating apps and just go with the flow?
Well, I kind of think they should just let go of the dating apps in general and go with the karmic flow of things and walk outside and meet people. But, I think that even just looking too much in the box of your, what you think you want. Because I'll tell you this, and I'm sure you probably have these conversations with girls and asking these questions. For instance, height.
Yeah.
If I were to be using a dating app, because, people never really are truthful and this and that.
Yeah.
And, does height matter? I mean, kind of. Like, I'm 5'8", and
okay.
I would just, it matters to me that I would at least like you to be the same, height as me.
Yeah.
No hate against guys that are shorter.
No, 100%.
There's girls shorter than me too, right?
Yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah, 100%.
But the thing is, if I'm always putting in, I want 6 foot and up just so that they can't really lie too much, then I might miss out on the person that really is amazing, but it's 5'11". And if I meet, and I don't use dating apps.
Yeah.
The guy I was seeing the past summer, he's not the tallest guy I've ever dated, but I was super, super into him.
Wow. Okay. See, hey, you opened Pandora's box now. I didn't say nothing about this. Let me ask you this. Yeah, I didn't. Let me ask you this. Why were you super into him?
Because of who he is as a person. And he was unlike any guy I would ever
really
usually go for.
Okay.
I don't have a type. I don't have a type. And all my girlfriends will attest to this. I do not have a type. If you lined up every single guy I've ever dated, you'd be like, oh, okay. But no, yeah, just who he is, his personality, and looks too, but that, it just all of it.
What brought you to him? It was all of it.
What brought me to him?
Yeah.
What do you mean? How did we meet?
No. I'm pretty. I would take it, y'all.
Oh, well, you'd have to ask him what brought him to me, because I had no idea. I just, that kind of hit me out of left field one day.
Oh, okay.
We were not the best of friends, but we were becoming friends.
Yeah, I got it. And then he just said, "You know what? I want to take you out on a date."
Yeah, something like that.
I like that. And one thing led to another.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that. Let me ask you this. What would you ever date a guy like him again?
Yes.
Okay. So what happened wasn't as bad as it could have. What was the ultimate deal breaker, I guess?
We just wanted different things.
Okay, that's fair enough. I like that. But you know what? Let me tell you something. You could have been 8 years in and realized y'all want different things.
Yeah.
I think what I'm learning right now is people don't want the same thing that they said they wanted in the beginning of any relationship. I think people do not want what they want from beginning to middle of relationship. I think things change. And I think, when things aren't changing in the right direction, I guess that probably always has to do with communication and whatnot. But I'm learning.
And the moon.
I mean, yeah, and the moon. But I what did my buddy say? And it was just crazy. We were having a conversation earlier today, and well, my phone's literally going off like a crazy person. But he said to me, sorry, I got to scroll down and see it. He said a lot of times you have the right person, but you aren't doing the right things.
Okay.
And I kind of sat back and thought about that, and I was like, damn. Are people only willing to do what they want to do, not willing to do everything possible? So
it definitely seems like that.
Yeah. I mean, because I guess no one wants to look like a fool. And I think everybody's protecting themselves and keeping themselves guarded. So they rather walk away and not look like the fool than...
You won't look like the fool, but you'll feel like a fool.
Yeah.
Especially when you miss out because you didn't want to do the stuff to keep the person.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think they'd rather miss out than go all in. I think that's where we're at right now, where people would rather say, nah, I'm not going to put myself out there right now when they're halfway in a relationship. And I think that's like... I think it's crazy because I think also dating apps you may miss your soulmate because of a dating app too, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's just all that time.
Yeah.
That you're spending clicking through.
Yeah. When you could say, hey, nice to meet you.
We live in your life. You live your life and they'll find you every single time.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to let you go. I appreciate you to the moon and back. I'm going to text you after because I need to get your address because I want to send you some stuff. And I still want to, I have a question to ask you, but I don't want to ask you on air either. So are you going to be up for a minute?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay, for sure. I'll hit you in a little bit.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Take it easy. I appreciate you. Later.
Thank you.
Night.
Damn. All right, Coy. Let me explain something to you. If you're noticing that people are on edge today,
just ramp it up a little.
No.
What's the matter with you?
No, Coy.
There's something up your ass?
No, I need you to act like Vince McMahon in that meme that's going around. Oh my gosh. Nah, super highly informative. I love having her on, but I could talk to her forever because I have hundreds and hundreds of questions. So next time when we have her on, I'm going to poll like 25 questions for her.
Yeah.
And so that way she'll be able to answer them, and I'll probably give them to her ahead of time. But let's get up out of here. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for listening, whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube, Audible, or you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app. I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always. Hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message. Coy, my guy, we are out.
How many pictures are on Yelp? Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where that. 45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
thing. So?
I think